It's the Bougie Show when you hear what's cause it's the Bougie Show, the Bougie Show. Turn up, turn up. It's the Bougie Show when you hear what's turn up, turn up, turn up. It's the Bougie Show when you hear what's.
We're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Bougie Show. My guest in front of me, fun-sized nympho for show. She's the girl next door every boy wishes for, residing out of Los Angeles, California. Ladies and gentlemen, Laney Gray is in the building.
Hell yeah. Love the sound effects. That was really cute. Thank you.
You approve?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Laney Gray is in the building, so you approve of the introduction. We all good. She came in here. We're driving. We both having our first glass of wine for the night. We are out here in Los Angeles, California, and we appreciate you joining us. How was your commute coming here? Was everything okay?
Yeah, it was great.
All right.
A little bit of traffic, but it was great.
You say what?
A little bit of traffic,
okay.
but it's, it's all good.
All right. So how does one come from ballet and tap dancing to adult films? Please explain the transition.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going there. Okay. So
0 to 100. Go ahead.
It's kind of a long story.
Okay.
I was dancing a lot in school. Like I was in a studio and
Okay.
I wanted to be like a professional dancer.
Right.
And it didn't work out, and I graduated high school and I was like, well, I was working at Starbucks and I'm like, this kind of fucking sucks and I don't really know what I want to do.
Right. And what age were you at this time?
I'm like 18.
Okay, got you.
And
you're a baby. All right,
yeah, a little baby. And I already had a Tumblr account.
Okay.
Like growing up, and I found like the kinky, like sex work side of Tumblr.
Right.
And I was like, wow, this is like people just post nudes on the internet. Like, this is fun. I want to try this.
Okay.
So I started out like no face.
Right.
Just because I was still working at Starbucks. I
Right.
just didn't want to have like anything happen. And I eventually started to like get asked to do like custom videos, custom photo sets. Like I started doing the whole private Snapchat thing. And then I discovered camming from like Tumblr girls that were cam girls too. They were like, yeah, you should try it out. It's really fun. And I was like, shit, why not? And I just started fucking like loving it. And I ended up quitting my job at Starbucks.
We applaud that.
Thank you. Started camming full time.
Right.
And yeah, I was camming full time for like a year and a half. And I mean, even when I was dancing, I was very sexual and perverted. Like I was always the one that would make
As a ballet dancer?
Yeah, like
Or a
I was
tap
the
dancer?
one like, well, I did everything. Like I did ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical. I was like on point. Like I literally would go to school, get out at school at 3, head to the studio by 3:30, and then be there until like 9 o'clock at night, and then go home, do my homework, and go to bed. Like that was my life up until I stopped dancing.
Okay.
So I always I just love like exploring myself with movement, and then I'm like, well, I'm also very sexual. I want to explore my sexual side, but I'm very shy, and just kind of like, I don't know, the whole like going out to the club and meeting a stranger and going back to their house, like it kind of scared
Being promiscuous?
me. Yeah,
Okay.
like I want to.
Right.
I love the idea of it,
Right,
but
but
actually doing it
food,
is
yeah.
a little bit nervous.
Right,
I'm
right,
nervous,
right, right.
But so like porn seemed like the best thing for
Got
me.
it.
So like camming all the time, I'm like, man, I'm getting a little lonely. I was following like porn girls on Twitter and like, seeing how agencies and kind of getting a little bit of like.
You said getting
feel.
lonely. When you say lonely, can you go into a little detail? What do you mean by that?
Like camming is lonely. Like I'm in my room by myself.
Oh, okay.
Like masturbating and talking to guys like all over the world.
Okay.
And they'd ask me all the time, like, would you ever do porn? Would you ever like fuck on camera?
Right.
And I'm like, well, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Right,
and
right.
I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. And finally, just the universe kind of like handed it to me in a way. I don't know. Like I was moving out of my apartment. I was living with my dad and a cam girl that I was really good friends with. Her man, I told you it was a long story. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Her man, he knows my now agent, Sandra, at OC Modeling.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, if you're interested in getting into porn, I know her. You should talk to her. And yeah, so I was like, okay, hey, like I live in LA. I would like to try. So she's like, here, come to my office. I went to her office. I got signed pretty much that day. She's like, if you stay local in LA, I'll rep you. And from then on, I just kind of...
A female agent?
Yeah, I fucking love
I haven't
her.
heard that.
Yeah, she's my porn mom. I love her
Yeah?
so much.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was your introduction to adult films?
Yeah. I watched so much porn. All
Did
the
you
time.
really?
Yes.
Did you really start watching adult films at an early age?
Yeah.
How were you able to obtain the videos, or what were you watching? Was it on the internet at that time?
It was, yeah, like we had a family computer and I had like limited computer time. I didn't have a cell phone. Well, I got my first laptop when I was in high school. My mom was like, okay, you're going to have a lot more homework now, so you can have a laptop. So that was like, I have my own laptop. But before, when it was like my family's computer, oh man, I love the sound effects. Yeah, like I remember going on like an online, you know, like adult video game website, and it like crashed the computer.
You weren't worried about getting viruses? That's
I
what I was going to
didn't know.
ask you.
I was like,
That's virus
I don't
heaven.
even know if I should
porn
say how
sites.
old
Okay,
I was.
no, I don't want to know about that.
I was just
Well, you were
always
underage,
very
just say that.
interested in it. Like,
So what type of porn were you What type of porn were you watching initially? Like when you first, like, what did you search for? What was your first search?
like I think I searched up like dirty teen sex or something like.
Your mind was in the gutter.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like earlier
right.
than I'd like to admit, I was very like, I want to touch a penis and I love like sex and just like it feels good to masturbate. Like, why is it wrong to pleasure yourself?
Okay.
Like, I had all these feelings, and porn just kind of seems like where I can be myself and be perverted and like sexual and have fun having sex, but in a safe place where, you know, everyone's on board with it. I
The
guess.
first performer that you remember, like who was the first performer when you were watching that you were like, you took a liking to their work and you started searching them all the time?
Sasha Grey.
Ah, interesting.
That's where I got Laney Gray from.
Ah.
Little homage to her. Yeah, yeah, she's great.
But you're having quite. How long you been in the industry now?
Oh my gosh, it's been in July. It'll be 4 years.
Wow.
now.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well though. You know, we've had requests for your interview.
Really?
Oh yeah, absolutely. These guys don't mess around. These guys, when they like somebody, they send it. Can you? They don't mess around. They will go on, and they're disrespectful. They will go on another performer's account and say, "Can you interview such and such?"
Don't do that. Don't do that. I appreciate
the love, but yeah,
don't do that.
There's other ways to reach
Yes,
out to us and ask
exactly.
who you want to get interviewed. I got you, but
Exactly.
they don't give a damn. So shout out to y'all. Laney Gray joining us on the Bougie Show. You were always attracted to girls. Did the adult entertainment industry enhance your attraction to women even more?
Oh yeah. Yes.
Did you learn how to perform with women through adult entertainment?
Yeah. I mean, I had a girlfriend in high school.
Okay.
We never did anything super sexual.
Did your parents know?
Yes.
Okay. What did they say? It was a problem?
My mom, kind of like they thought it was a phase.
Were they religious?
Yes.
Okay.
But now, like, they've kind of just accepted me for who I am. Like, they're like, as long as you're safe and you're happy, we don't really.
Where do they live?
They live in LA.
Oh, they're in Cal. Oh, so you okay? Got you.
We're all kind of LA. You know, my parents.
You smoke
are,
weed?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All the time. I love it.
Yeah, I feel you. I had no idea that when you're performing on OnlyFans that you could see the subscriber, a man, like stroking their jock to your sexual activities.
You can.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, is that do something for you guys when you're there and you see the man just like playing with themselves and looking at you and just being so turned on?
It does, because like that's why I do it
do
in
it,
a
right.
way. Like at first it was kind of like not weird, but it's like, whoa, this random guy, like I don't know him. But now I'm like, well, I want to turn people on and like I want to make them want to masturbate. So like when I see them like turned on and like jacking off, it's like, yes, I'm doing it. Yeah, keep going, like keep jacking it for me. Like it's fun. Like I don't know, I like it.
What do you say to men that leave comments on interviews that their biggest fear is to date a size queen?
Oh man, what would I say to them? I don't know.
You're getting cold?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm just a pussy though. Like I'm always cold.
See, can you cut the AC off?
I don't want the
please?
camera
Thank
to
you.
get too hot.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
That's why I brought
No,
it.
we turn it off. It's fine. Camera's fine. Yeah, turn the AC off. I don't want you to put that ugly coat on. Why you made her put that coat on? They get. Don't. I'm telling you.
Oh,
All right.
I'm sorry.
They can't see, even though it's like head, shoulder,
that's
but
right. Those are
still,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh,
All right, so
man, but what would I say?
yeah. I'm listening.
You know, getting your pussy ate feels really good too.
Right.
Like there's more to sex than just like getting pounded.
Right.
Because I consider myself kind of not as, I mean, I like big dick. Like who doesn't?
Right.
Like I know some girls like it hurts, but when you find it like a big dick that like fits you, because everyone's shaped
Right.
differently on the inside. Like that shit feels really good. But you can also have really good sex with someone that isn't big. Like it's more than just the dick. It's like who you're fucking. Like it's the person, you know? In my opinion.
No, I get it.
I'm just rambling.
Oh my gosh. All right. So have you, speaking of all that, have you ever been skeptical about performing with someone because of the size of their penis?
Yes and no.
No. Okay. So when it's yes, why? Is it how they use it?
Yeah, it's like as a person, like if I'm gonna have to hang around them all day on set, you know.
Okay.
I would like to have, if they have a giant dick that I know is gonna make me sore and like is gonna be a little bit of a challenge. I would like them to be like a good person, you know. And sometimes people that have really giant dicks aren't that great of people.
They use their penis as a weapon?
Yeah, like they don't.
Have you experienced that personally?
Yes, I have.
And how'd it go? You just had to ride it out?
You just have to like, I mean, I have had cases where I have to be like, hey, you know.
Double
like,
tap?
Yes, double tap. Or like when the camera's cut, you have to tell them like, you have to voice your boundaries. Like they can't read your mind. Even if like a tap can be misconstrued in a way. I mean,
Yeah.
you never know. So I would say like, hey, you know, you're going a little too deep there. Like, you know, I'm a little sore or whatever. Like, do you think we could just ease it back a little bit? Like, you're kind of hurting me.
Right.
And they're always like, oh my God, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know. Like, yeah, of course. And then it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've spoke to a male performer about I think it was Jenna Fox, and she said that the guy it was a rough scene, but he was really, really rough. And I asked her what did the director say, and you know why didn't stop it and all that. And I spoke with the male performer off the clock, and he said to me that, you know, listen, that double tap sometimes that's not gonna do it. You have to say stop and let it be known, because he said sometimes as a male performer, we're in our zone, whatever we're on or whatever, and you're thinking about performing. And so the double tap, you know, you're in emotion. And he says like, man, if the female performer, all she has to do is say stop and like let the room know stop, and we're gonna stop. Right. You know what I'm saying? So is that being, are the people being informed, being reminded, hey, if anytime you are uncomfortable or you are in displeasure,
oh yeah, they say
stop.
on set.
Okay.
But even like I would say like, hey, if I'm uncomfortable, I will give you taps. Like it's not like a universally known.
I thought it was a universal language though, like the double tap.
I guess it is to like older performers.
Right.
But like new people, there's so many new people all the time that are coming in, and like OnlyFans people that you shoot content with, and like not everybody knows. So I think it's great to like give people, just tell them like, this is my boundary. Like I will tap you, I will say this, you know, you have to make it known. Like people can't read your mind. But it sucks either way. Like
yeah, I mean that's the realities of the industry that you're in and that what you're involved in. I mean that's the you gotta take the good with
you
bad.
Can't be
with
too
everything.
careful. Like you have to tell. And even then, like I've voiced my my boundaries, and then people have still pushed it. And then it's like, hey, like now I need to go. What do I need to do? I need to tell the director. Do I need to do this? Do I need like I don't. Yeah. So it's always good like voice your boundaries and just listen to them. Like listen to people's boundaries. Yeah.
How has your sex game enhanced the most since becoming an adult performer?
Oh, I want to say my gag reflex has gone significantly. I still have like a pretty strong gag reflex. I've always had one, but it's definitely gotten better. yeah.
It's so funny that speaking to you, I would never think that you do adult films.
I get
'Cause
that.
You're just talking. You know what I mean? I would
I
think
get
that you're a
that all the
fucking
time.
lawyer or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thank you. I mean,
you know, like, oh, or you're a fucking school teacher or something. Not
I get
whatever.
that a lot.
That's why you can't judge a book by the cover, right?
That's right. I guess I have an innocent face. I've heard that a lot, but
The eyes aren't innocent though. Are those your natural eyes? They're
they're
really
prosthetic
green?
eyes.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Yeah, they're green.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, eyes tell a lot. That's all I'm gonna say.
Demon.
Well, your friends and family know what you do for a living, right?
Yes,
Do your
yes.
friends ask you about?
Oh yeah.
What do you tell them? Like, what? How deep do they go with the questions? Do they just ask you like, how do you do that, or do they like really want to know? Like,
They
the
really
meat
want to
potatoes?
know.
Okay.
I've-
And what do they ask you? What's the one question that you were really surprised from a friend when it comes to your work?
I mean, the one question that's really surprised me. That's a good question. I want to say like when friends have asked me like they want to know how much money I make. Like they really want to know. And I'm like, is there like a stigma that like
Right.
porn people make like a shitload of money?
Right.
And they're like, how much money do you make on OnlyFans? You know, and like, because there are people that make, you know, 100K a month plus on OnlyFans. Like, is it true? Can you really make that much money?
Yeah.
And then when I'm like, yeah, you can, they're like, well, should I do it? Like, I kind of want to do it. Like, I want to start an OnlyFans. So I'm like, sure, if you really want to do it, do
Right.
it.
You make most of your money through mainstream or OnlyFans?
I mean, it's hard to do both. Like, when I'm really busy with mainstream, I kind of slack on my OnlyFans. But you can't. I've made some good money on OnlyFans before.
Something I want to say to you. I interviewed Sky Blue, and she said that, you know, she had a female performer that she was giving the game to, and like, hey, you can actually get more money.
Mm-hmm.
Go this route. She introduced it, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I guess the other performer must have felt like, I don't know what it was. It's always your side, my side, and then the truth. So I'm not going to get into that. But she says she feels bad when she makes $2,000 and the girl that she's performing with makes $700. That was the first time. She was very honest with a lot of things in her life. And I appreciated her honesty. And I didn't realize there was such, but I guess there's a pay disparity, you know, in from one performer to the other. That's the way the game goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might have the most kind heart in the world, but if you're in demand and they want to see you, you know what I mean, you're going to get yours.
Everybody starts
What do you say to that though? Like the disparity, because they might say, well, she's doing the same thing I'm doing. She's just as good as me, but I'm getting paid significantly more.
I get it. I get that perspective of it. What I also understand is like, you know, some girls are brand new. They're working 2, 3, 4, or 5 times a month.
Right.
Maybe they're like, they get a burst and it's like, okay, now you're working 15 to 20 days. But I think where you can actually raise your rate is when you're working so much, like every single day.
Right.
You're sometimes getting double booked. Like you can't do it. You raise your rate to help with, you know, the companies that are like, okay, well, her rate's too high. I guess that's what I've heard.
Right.
But also it's like people, they have their brand, you know, like everyone has their brand. And like, if you portray yourself as this, like, you know, you're like a model, like Sky Blue was like a fucking model. Like I understand, like she's the shit. Like she was, before she came into the industry, like she already had built up something for herself. So that I can understand. When you're coming straight out, like, you know, you can,
I get it.
When you have it's kind of stupid, but when your name, it's like kind of like climbing a ladder a little bit, you know, like, yeah, it's like if you portray yourself like girls, I've seen girls that are brand new and their rates are like $1,300-$1,400, and I'm like, shit, I've been in for fucking almost 4 years and my rate's not that high.
Wow.
Like, yeah, where is the discrepancy? But like, I don't know. That's a good question.
Laney Gray joining us on the Bougie Show. I saw that you and Lily Bell are tight. She's also been on the show. I'm surprised you didn't say her. What kind of conversations do you guys have when it comes to the adult film industry?
Well, Lily, okay, I've known her since when I was a cam girl. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Shout out,
I know Ricky too. I interviewed him also, her boyfriend. Yeah, Ricky Greenwood. Yeah.
I fucking love Ricky.
Yeah,
her and I go way back for sure. Yeah. I don't know. We have a lot of like like deep conversations about like ourselves and just
when you say yourselves, like what we're doing, why we decided to do this, or where when, can you go into detail a little bit?
You know, I really confide in her and I trust her with like personal things that are going on in my life, like the struggles of being in a relationship and porn. Like it's kind of
you are
hard.
in a relationship, right?
I am, yeah.
But he's not in the industry.
No, he is.
Oh, he is in the
Yeah.
industry. I think I did.
Brad
Okay.
Newman.
Say that again.
Brad Newman is his name. He's
you brought him in the game?
No, he was in like
he
a
was in
year and a half before I was, I
Okay.
think, yeah.
And you met him through this work?
Mm-hmm. We shot content together.
It's hard?
It can be, yes. It's trying on your trust with that person.
But you both do the same thing, so I don't see why it's so hard. I can see for somebody that's not in that world.
Content. Like, it's hard to separate because when I perform, I create a connection with that person. Like, at least I try to. And I get a little bit, like, I know at the end of the day, like, Brad is my partner. He's my man. Like, we love each other.
Right.
I just still can't, like, there's that part of me where I get a little bit like, because I get insecure.
He's working with other people?
Yeah, in a way, where not like that, but like, because I'm insecure about myself sometimes. Like, I would never take it out on somebody else.
Right.
But like, sometimes I'm like, wow, like, she's really fucking hot. Like, wow, he's going to have a great time fucking her. Like, shit, wow. I wish I looked like that. Like, that kind of thing. I wish I was included.
Even though you're an adult film star and men lust over you, pay you money to just for your time, and you still have the insecurity of him sleeping with somebody that doesn't look like you, or you might feel like looks better than you. Are you in fear of that you might lose him?
No, I mean, I trust him.
Okay.
It's more like, I don't know, because some girls, like, it's not as bad lately. I think since now I've been in for a little while, people kind of know me.
Right.
But when I was brand new, I feel like girls would kind of like
step on your toes, like, yeah, take your man.
Hey, Brad.
Right.
Oh, let's shoot content. Like, it was kind of like that. And it still feels like that sometimes. Where like girls, like when we go to industry parties, they're very like touchy. Like,
while you're there.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, I get it. You guys have fucked. We have fucked. We've all fucked each other. It's cool.
Oh my gosh.
Like, so I can't help but like I just get like a twinge of like just the vibes, you know, like the vibes of the girl. Like sometimes even I'm like yeah, you know, like I don't know how to explain it. It's weird.
I get it. I mean, I get it. I understand what you're saying. You're making sense to me. It's just wow, like the thoughts that go through your head, because I get it. It's competition, but
I like to think
you guys,
of it.
you guys, you know, one thing I don't do is judge you guys, because I understand the world that you guys live in, and I understand how hard a relationship be. And I see why you would date another performer, because they understand where you're coming from. I get it.
Yeah,
it's hard for a regular Joe to do that shit, you know. And I've interviewed 2 people today that are dealing with regular Joes. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they do it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, my ex was a regular Joe, I guess you could say.
How long did that last?
Well, yeah, shit. When I started camming, it was downhill from there. He didn't want me to buy dildos that were bigger than him.
Like, insecurities at an all-time high.
And like, I get it. I'm insecure, but I'm not going to be like, you can't fuck her, me. You know, like. Yeah,
but not only that, I mean, you're not going to control the narrative. Like, you think she ain't had a bigger penis before you, or?
You know, I don't. It's all perspective, I guess. At the end of the day, I don't know. It's a crazy world we're living in. But yeah, I like to think, when you say it's competition, I like to say that I like to think it's community over competition.
Okay, when you say community, you mean it's one
a
big community?
Yes, because like I feel like, you know, society.
So you don't think you guys are in competition with each other?
In a way, yes, because you know there's a limited amount of work.
Right.
There are thousands of performers at any given moment that could and would do this. There are so many girls that are brand new that want to be shot and want to work so bad and are willing to do like whatever it takes. So like you do have to be like constantly ready. Like there's days where I think I'm gonna have a day off, and then my agent hits me up like, hey, can you work today? So it's like, yeah, you always have to be ready, because if you stop working, like if you say no enough times, exactly.
But you're using your body.
Mm-hmm. So
know
you
what I'm
have to
saying? You're
kind of
using your
balance
body.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're using your body. I wanted to, oh God, no, when you were saying that, I was thinking about something else when it comes to.
Did I make you lose your train of thought?
Yeah, a little bit, but
sorry.
because I had that question, it's happened all day long where, because you guys say something and then I think about it, but I don't want to cut you off. So I have to wait. And then that's why I don't like to wait. I like to just say it when I think about it, because when I wait, then look what happens.
Shit.
I started thinking about the next thing. Anyhow, we'll go back. How difficult? Well, you know what's so crazy? I had this question, but you literally just said it. I was saying, how difficult is it to be in a serious relationship while being an active performer? And you literally just spoke about all that.
Yeah,
prior.
it's a little difficult sometimes.
Okay, so we can go past that. What do you spend your money on?
Weed and probably. Yeah.
I just made my first purchase legally for marijuana yesterday in the weed store. Yep, we can applaud
That
that.
deserves an applause. Yeah.
I'm
Is
so
weed not
used to
legal?
Ziploc bags, and no, not in Florida, not at all. You know the South is slow, man.
God, that's.
Still,
I'm sorry.
it's bullshit.
I'm sorry. Dude.
So we bought the weed, and I
Hell
walked in and I
yeah.
said, I need the weakest weed you have, because I know about that California Kush. I'm not built for that no more. I'm
it's
old
pretty
now,
strong.
so yeah, I know it's pretty strong. Our engineer, he said he woke up this morning. He said, "Yeah, I made some bad decisions last night. Yeah, probably smoking 2 full joints in California. High grade." He said, well, I went to sleep with shorts on, and it was cold as shit. So that was my laugh for this morning. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. What's your routine the day of a scene?
Okay, that's a good question.
All right.
So probably wake up around 6:37 a.m.
That early, okay.
I like to get up early,
Okay.
just every day.
All right.
You know, maybe 8, 9 if I like to sleep in.
Right.
If I have the day off, whatever. But I'll get up, I'll shower, you know, take my morning supplements, and if I prefer to do my hair and makeup,
Right.
but I understand like when the company really wants a makeup artist to do my hair and makeup
Right.
for whatever reason, it's
Right, I
totally
get it.
fine. So if I have to do my makeup, I'll, you know, jump in the shower, get out, do my hair, my makeup. Usually there's a call sheet. Like I'll pack my bag, you know, if it's like business casual or like girl next door type, like they'll say like jeans, tops, sweatshirts, whatever the fuck, pack it in my bag,
Right.
get my makeup bag. I like to use like these specific like medical soaps for afterwards.
Medical soaps.
It's called Hibiclens. I don't know if
I
you've
have
heard
no
of it.
idea about none of this. Please elaborate.
Oh, it's a red soap.
Okay.
I think surgeons use it. I don't know. It's
Red
like,
soap. It's a red colored
it's like
soap
a reddish pink. It's in like a bottle. It's
Oh,
like
okay,
a blue
okay, got you,
bottle,
got
and
you.
it just like, I think it's like an antiviral soap.
bar. Okay.
It's really good. I just like rub down my whole body in
Okay.
it just after a scene, just to make sure that, because it's like a different place. You don't know how clean it is. I'd like to
We
think
can applaud
it's
that
clean.
though. I like that because I got OCD. Like I got cleaning disorder. Like
Sometimes, yeah,
yeah.
because like if I'm on the floor, sucking dick on the floor, like I'd like to make sure, like, because I'm touching the floor with my hands.
We got a bona fide freak in the building.
I knew that was gonna make you giggle when I threw that.
Oh
one at
yeah.
you. Sorry, when you're doing your thing on the floor, what?
It's like, you know, I'm touching the floor.
Uh-huh.
I'm touching things. Sometimes we don't fuck on a bed. Sometimes
Right,
we fuck on a couch.
The
or
floor is hard though, isn't it?
yeah. It's.
Why you gotta what? I don't
They
understand
like
that.
to make it interesting. I don't know.
Fucking on the hard floor is interesting.
I fucked on a piano bench.
I can understand that because as you're getting rocked, maybe you might play a
And
note.
play a little.
It's time to stop the fuckery.
That's funny. That's funny.
Oh my god! See what that wine does? We over here talking shit. All right. What's the one thing that you realized you were going to have to accept about the industry in order for your porn career to really work?
One thing that I would have to accept about the industry in order for it to work, I guess that, like, no turning back, I guess, in a way.
So you're already signed up. You can't go back, so you might as well make it work.
Yeah, like
I got you.
I'm on the internet now forever. Like,
That's
you know,
it.
if I want to get a job somewhere, it's going to be a little more difficult for me now. It's going to be a lot more difficult for me now. Like if I wanted to work with kids or if I wanted, you know, anything like that, they're going to look in my background and be like, you were an adult film star. Sorry, you can't do that.
Happen.
So, yeah.
You know, that's literally been said by every person I've interviewed today. Really? And it's so funny because Miami, I don't think like a lot of the performers in Miami, the up and comings, the ones, they don't say that.
They don't understand.
They don't say, you know, I got to make this work because I can't go back and do. They're not thinking that. But here it's like, this is the real industry. Like you guys, just like everybody has said that. I can't do many things.
It's like you can't really go back. Like I'm my own boss. I have my own schedule. Like if I tried to go back, I don't think I could do it. Like it would be like I would rather just, you know.
I mean, there is life after porn, though.
There is, of course. Like I could be an entrepreneur. You know, you kind of have to be your own business person. I feel like everyone that's been successful after porn has kind of made you know, either like a clothing line or just like, you know, written a book and now they're like a best-selling author or whatever, you know, like, or an actor like Chloe Cherry or Sasha Grey, like countless other people, you know, like you have to do something after porn that's like still within the realm of entrepreneur, being your own boss, I guess. I don't know.
You know, I think a lot of it has to do with double standards. I think a man can leave adult films and go do whatever, and it's not a big thing. I just truly think it's a double standard. I think a man is not frowned upon. I think people acknowledge it that you were slinging dick on camera, but I don't think they, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But for the woman, is, you know, I think that needs to be changed because I think at the end, and that's why women should be paid a lot more money. I feel like, but I think that will happen in the future. It might not happen in your generation,
maybe.
But I think with the whole OnlyFans and people owning their own content, I think the day of mainstream running it like that, it's over.
Yeah, I hear that more and more.
Just like the music game.
From directors too. Yeah.
The record labels, we don't need you no more. We can do our own thing. We got the internet, so you better come with a better deal.
Yeah. Because just like you were saying earlier, like, content creators, that is where the real money is, because a lot of people don't know when you shoot for a company, you get paid one time. You get paid for that scene,
and you don't own the content.
That's it. And then they can take that scene
and do whatever
and sell it to other people. They can put it on Pornhub for free.
And it's your sacrifice, but they
exactly. They can do. That's what you when you sign paperwork. That. I don't think some people understand that. Like when you're signing that paperwork, you are signing your rights away to that content. It is no longer your content. Like you can post it on your Twitter and promote it. But you can't. It's
I learned that just through this podcast. That's why we make them sign consent forms, because it only took me one time to learn why you need to sign consent forms, because people try to control the narrative. But I'm not putting a gun to your head. So whatever you want to say, you need to be mindful of what you're saying.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean.
I mean, consent can. I do believe like consent can be revoked in any given moment.
Yeah.
But paperwork is a
good
way. Like, hey, you sign this. Like,
you gotta sign it. You have to, and you have to read. How do you sign something without reading? At least know the basics of it. Even if you glance through it, at least know what you're signing.
Like that South Park episode where Kyle signs.
Mm-hmm. Laney Gray joining us on the Bougie show.
Sorry.
So good. What's on your no checklist?
My no checklist?
Yeah, you have every performer has a no checklist. Things that they won't do.
Okay. So I don't do anal yet.
Oh, you haven't done anal?
No, not even in my personal life.
Okay.
That's
your thing?
It is. I like fingering my butt and like playing with plugs and stuff like that.
Don't want
like,
a penis in it.
Never put a penis in it. It's just like.
Does your boyfriend does he desire that?
No, he's not really into
anal. He's not into anal. Okay, cool.
So everybody likes their own thing, you know. I mean, yeah. But yeah, I just haven't really like poop kind of.
I get it. And when I interview somebody and they talk about they try to go into scat, I just cut it off. I don't need to hear it.
No. Pooping.
But I get it. And what you guys have to go through for that scene.
It's a lot of prep. Yeah, like I've tried to do enemas before and they just hurt. Like they don't like your stomach feels like it's gonna explode from the inside. It's like a really weird.
I've never literally watched an anal scene in my life. I've never pulled up a porn. I just always like the vagina. I like to see the vagina getting worked. I'm sorry, fellas.
Everybody likes their own thing. It's probably the number one.
I don't want to see the booty hole, man. The booty hole is nasty, man. That's where all the shit come out at.
I like booty holes. I like buttholes. They're super
booty?
Cute. I like booty. Yeah, I lick ass.
Women?
Yeah. Oh,
what
fuck
about men?
Yeah. Men, if they're shaved, and I like to see them wipe their ass before.
Because that's always been a big thing, man, not knowing how to clean their booty. Have you ever had to instruct a man on how to clean his butthole?
I don't believe so. No,
Do they-
I've been lucky.
Have you,
Yeah.
But you've done scenes where you had to lick the butthole.
Yes, I have done rimming scenes like that.
Rimming, that's what
Yes,
it's called. Right,
there
right.
there has been a scene where like there was like poopy on the butt, and I had to
Semen.
tell her like, hey, I think you have a little like dry
I
blood
hate,
or
man,
something.
I've been to choke the shit out of motherfuckers if I ever look at. Anyways, but that's.
You have to.
Do you know what
speak up.
ATM is?
Yes, and
See,
that is
in
something.
California, I interviewed two people in Miami, and the dude that was there, the IT guy at the building we were at, he was like, ask the mouth, and I was like, what? Because we allow the viewers to ask a question, and it was like, ask them how they feel about ATM scene. And I didn't know. I don't know. I'm not a performer, but you knew it. It's just amazing. It's just a significant difference from California performers.
And I'm sure there's stuff in Florida that I have like nothing,
Maybe
never
it's
heard
slang,
of.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
I don't.
You guys know y'all shit, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's a thing. It's a kink. Like people, I don't know if it's. I don't.
Give me another one.
Another one.
Like another. Well, ATM is not an acronym. That's just an abbreviation.
yeah,
So
I mean,
give me another abbreviation. Something that I wouldn't know.
DP.
Well, I know double
Yeah,
penetration. I
double
know that, but give me
penetration.
like a rare one because I didn't know what an ATM was. But
I don't know.
you have,
if
is
there's
there
any
one
other
that you just recently found out, or you know all the slang?
I don't
Okay, you
know.
know. It. All right.
I don't think there's another one. I'm trying to like rack my brain. Like, is there another one? I don't think so.
The first person. It wasn't the first person. When like how we got into this industry was interviewing. We did something with Hustler,
Oh, nice.
and that's how I got my introduction to
Oh,
adult
yeah.
performers. I actually enjoyed it, and
Oh yeah.
I remember I think it was Megan Marks. I interviewed her. She just came from Virginia.
Oh, brunette, right?
Yes.
Yes,
And,
I
and
love
she was
her.
like, I did my first BG. And I was like, I wanted in my head, I was thinking BG the rapper. That's a gangster rapper, right? So I didn't know it was boy, girl.
Yeah.
And the dudes was leaving comments, but I didn't know the industry. But I think that would make the interview work because I was so raw. I was like a virgin to interviewing adult performers.
It's cool. It's like, well,
It was cool.
It's like a lot of people don't know what that stands for. You know, you're not
Well,
the only
I know now.
one. Yeah.
Definitely know that. Lady Great joining us on the Bougie Show. What's have any performers found their way on your no checklist?
Yes.
You don't have to say their name.
I won't.
Okay.
I'm not
All
only
right.
messy like that. Yeah.
Why? Did they find
Hygiene.
your? Oh, well, we judge shit. That's 100, man. I understand that.
Didn't brush his teeth. Didn't
that's just
even like
crazy.
change his clothes. Didn't hop in the
I mean,
shower.
you're not taking this seriously. Then.
But
How am I gonna be intimate with you and not brush my teeth?
and it's the
and clean my
people that
body?
are like the stanky ones that want to like shove their tongue in your mouth and like make you fucking like lick their ass. It's like, you stink, dude. Like, I don't want to fucking be near.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
Like, take a shower.
That's disrespectful. I would feel disrespected if you and I know we're about to do this and it requires us to smell good, look good,
Yes.
feel good, and you gonna come in here with stank breath.
Literally, like, it's not that hard to just like hop in
Gargle,
the
bro.
shower.
I'm not even
Yeah.
gargling before I even walk in the
Yes,
door.
like
I'm gargling
literally.
after
Yes,
brushing.
I wake up and brush my teeth, but even
Yes.
when I'm on set, I will brush my teeth again
just
before.
to make sure.
Yes,
That's just
because like I don't want that nasty white shit on my tongue
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
Like I see too many people with that nasty white, and I'm like, brush your tongue, please brush your tongue. Like, you know what I mean?
I would think that the production companies would make that like a requirement. Hey, if you come in here, it's cancellation of the whatever. the
Well,
agreement.
some companies are like that. Like, make sure your nails are done. Like, your
Fingering. Do you like finger? I know women that don't like to get fingered. Is that?
Nah,
is
it
that
doesn't
for you?
really do
No?
it for me. It kind of like, it just feels like my cervix is getting punched because people like to really shove their fingers really deep.
How deep? How far is it? Is it 4 inches to reach the cervix?
I think it depends on the person.
So how the hell are you women taking a 10-inch penis, 12-inch penis? Then if it's that has to be painful, doesn't it?
Well, it is if you're not warmed up. You have to like
okay.
foreplay. That's why women say foreplay is so important.
It is.
Because it helps your pussy hole, your vagina, your vaginal cavity, if you will.
Vaginal cavity.
Like it
We'll applaud
expands. Yeah. Like you know, you
Right,
get turned on and then your pussy, like it gets ready. Like you're like, okay, like it just is, like it's more like stretchy. I don't know like exactly the science behind it, but it just, it expands somehow. And, you know, guys that I've worked with that have really big dicks, they'll like warm up before the camera goes on. Like either I'll take a toy and kind of like, or my fingers and kind of make it, stretch it out a little bit. Or you kind of just, you know, put the tip in a little bit at a time, go deeper, kiss a little bit. He'll eat your pussy, you know, like
Getting you
make you
moist.
really comfortable. Yeah. Like they'll try and make you really comfortable and really relaxed. And like you have to just like And at the end of the day, even if it does kind of hurt a little bit, you have to like
Take it
for the scene. You gotta do it for the scene. Show business, you know.
What makes you uncomfortable on set? Well, clearly hygiene is one, but what else makes you uncomfortable?
I don't know. I feel like I'm very sensitive to like, I don't want to say vibes because it sounds weird, but like what within the first,
energy. I think
energy.
That's,
yes.
I don't think that's weird at all. I think that's important.
Yeah, I can tell within the first 15 or so minutes of meeting someone
If it's gonna work.
Yeah, and sometimes I've been wrong. Like
Right, okay.
the girl's been mad, like something happened before I showed up, and then she's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I was something happened, whatever." But usually it's like if I walk in, I'm like, "Hi, I'm Laney, nice to meet you," and they're just like on their phone, like, "Hi," or whatever, like, "Hi."
Male talents do that to you, or just
Male
the women?
talents sometimes. Okay, well, with male talent. Hey, nice to meet you. Butt grab, squeeze, grope.
Oh, they do
like,
that right out the gate?
Yeah, sometimes. Not as bad lately, but before it was like, yeah, like they treat you like
So that piece of meat.
basically a little bit. Like since we're working together,
That's
I
allowed,
have
though?
full
I thought
reign. It's kind of like up to you. Have to be like, hey, I'm not into. I don't want to be grope like that.
Yeah, we're here to work when the camera's on.
Yeah, like I say like save it for the camera. Like let's save it for the camera. Like I know we have good chemistry. Like this is great.
I understand a hug, but grabbing your booty like that and all that, you gotta.
It's like you're gonna be able to do it all you want. In
that makes
like
me think
2
that
hours.
those type of men are doing it just for the sex, to sleep with these women, opposed to actually being a performer.
It's funny when I ask new male talent, like, why? How come you got into porn? And they're like, because I want to fuck hot bitches.
That's what they say.
Not in those words, not in those words.
It's time to stop the fuckery.
But they're like, I want to have sex with a beautiful women. It's like, you know, like of course you want to, like everyone wants to have sex with hot people, but like I got in it because I want to fucking create art. Like porn to me, like I want to make
art.
good porn. Like I want to act and like be a fucking like play a character, whether it's stupid like stepsister, stepbrother, or like a full on like production company where it feels like you're on a mainstream set doing 60-page scripts. Like porn is like that. Like it's fucking incredible.
Can I tell you, Miss Gray, that when I first started, I didn't see the art in adult films, and now I do. Especially like how Black and Vixen has took the production to a whole nother level, putting the little acting and the quality and all that. I see the art now. I see the art in the positions and the I get it. I get it. I didn't understand it first, but now I understand the art of it. Like what you guys see. Like I think it was Carmela Clutch I was interviewing in Chicago, and she said, no, you got to pay attention to the angles. Like, if I want to work with a male performer, I'm going to look and see if he's conscious about the camera. Am I making sure that shot of penetration of that penis going in that vagina?
Yes.
So I get it. And she really, when she said that to me, it really like a light bulb went off, and I said, oh, okay, I see the art in it.
Yes,
now.
it's not just like people can enjoy just two people fucking.
Right,
you know,
right.
like I watch porn like that sometimes, where I'm like, I just want to see just two people fucking in a hotel room, just casual. But when it comes to porn itself, like production companies and things like that, like just the way that it takes so long for them to just set up the lights and make it look perfect,
no AC.
set up the shot. Yeah, like they got to turn off the air conditioner, the heat. There's so many things like hold for plane, you know, like you got to hold if a fucking plane passes by. Like there's so many things that happen.
Right.
And it just makes it like it's changed sex for me for sure. Then I didn't think that was going to happen.
Have you done the Bang Bros bus?
I haven't, but I would like to.
You don't go to Miami often to shoot, though, do you?
I've never been to Miami.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All
Never.
good over here, huh?
You know, my I kept my world small. I've lived in LA my whole life. I go to Vegas sometimes, but I just don't really, I don't know. Like, I want to travel. I really do.
What makes you attracted to a man? Like when you say you want to have sex with hot people, what makes a man hot to you?
Well,
don't give me your boyfriend. I'm just saying in general.
No. In general, I consider myself kind of pansexual in a way. I mean, I know the labels are
different things,
whatever.
right? I got it.
I don't really care what a person looks like on the outside. I care like you hold eye contact with me,
Right.
Like someone that listens and someone that. Like what I find attractive is someone that I can laugh with and like be myself around. Like I can be like stupid and like, you know, be whatever.
Right.
and them be like okay with it, match the energy. Like if I come out and I'm like doing a stupid little dance, if they match that energy, if they're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you weirdo. Like, then I'm like,
not gonna work.
You're not really that hot anymore. Like, it's really all about like, yeah, if you're cool to look at, that's great. Like, wow, you're beautiful. Like, you have a wonderful body. Like, your dick is huge, whatever. But as soon as you open your mouth,
it kills it. If it's bullshit.
Yeah, like I want like a real person. Like, I don't know. Like, I got into porn because I wanted to meet people and like talk to people and connect. And I don't know, it just turns me off when it's like.
Did you
fake.
watch Maddie Collins' interview on the show?
I did a little bit.
Okay. Did you pay attention? Because this is something that was brought to my attention. I was interviewing a young lady in Miami, and she said, I paid attention to the energy. She says, I've turned down many podcasts, but I paid attention to your energy. You didn't ask the question of why are you doing porn and all that. Did you pay attention to that when you were watching how I interviewed her?
I researched your Twitter. I wanted to just kind of see like what I was getting. Because, I'm like, and I genuinely enjoyed like, I was like, wow, you're asking not just like the stereotypical porn.
Yeah.
Like, you seem genuinely interested and like you want to spend your time here and like creating this for not just yourself, but for every like people to listen and watch. And I just think it's cool. Like, you're giving us porn people that are just mostly seen as like an object. You're giving us a platform to like kind of just be ourselves and hang out.
That's
and
why
talk.
it's important for you guys to talk too. I never understood why there's certain performers that don't do interviews, and it's more males. I haven't come across women, but I don't understand, especially women. It's so important because they look at you as an object, something they fantasize about. So then when they see you speak, or they hear you and see you speak, and then they can have an understanding. Oh shit, this is a human being.
Yeah, she's a real
and
person.
Usually they like you more after that, and they appreciate you more. So it's important.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I even with what's his name, Adam, like it's still him having porn with his girlfriend. So it's not the journalistic side of it, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, no, this is a real platform where like you're really getting to find out what that world is about.
Exactly.
You get it. Okay,
I think it's
good.
super dope.
That's great.
Yeah.
Laney Gray in the building joining us on the Bougie Show. You know what? You told me what makes you uncomfortable. The weirdest thing a man has done to get your undivided attention.
Oh, the weirdest thing?
Or you can say the lamest thing, the most annoying thing, whatever. You can rephrase that question, but just the weirdest.
I want to say people like, I've had people like, I say like so much, it's so annoying. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Trust me.
People will DM me, comment if I'm camming. They say like a mean comment, something like your ass is flat or your tits are saggy.
But they're paying as a subscriber?
I've had people do that on OnlyFans. Yeah, well, they're like, you need to go to the gym.
So they're paying just to criticize you?
Yes, but also like they won't even pay me. If I'm camming and someone's like, hey, you look fat, and I'm like, what the like, why would you say that? That's so mean. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think you were going to respond. I just think you're really cool. And like, oh, I don't understand. Like, well, you could have just said hi.
You see how the mind works?
Yeah.
Whatever insecurities that lie within them, they feel like, okay, because I feel a certain kind of way, now I'm going to bring that energy towards you.
Projection is a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So when they say that to you, okay, your breasts or your butt's flat, does that make you want to go get surgery or?
It did in the beginning.
So now you block it out?
It doesn't really like affect me anymore. Like in the beginning, I'm like, yeah, I wish I could get my boobs done. I want to get my nose done, my lips done. I can if I want to.
What do you need to do with your nose?
I want to have a little something, just a little shave off the top.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know. Everyone has their insecurities.
I understand because the world y'all in.
Like
the
I want a
BBL.
Like I would do fucking everything if
BBL.
I could.
That's over with.
I know, but
I
love that like tiny little waist and the big fat.
I get it. I mean,
like,
don't get me wrong.
You know,
I love hips.
It's a look.
I get
yes.
it. I get it.
So, but there are so many people that have stuck with me. Like I hate to say the word fans. Like I like to call them my
supporters.
Homies. Yeah, my supporters, my homies. Like the guys that jack off to my porn.
The Laney Graham brand.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
The Gray Gang or whatever.
The Gray Gang.
Yeah,
right,
whatever.
Right. You hit
like
it on the head.
I have had people that have been following me since Tumblr that have kept and stuck with me. They don't care what I look like. They like me because of how I perform on camera. And that is something like there's people that look just like me, you know, in the industry. Not everyone is totally unique physically. That's the thing. Like, yes, you know, you could be blonde and petite. Like, there are so many blonde and petite girls. But what you bring to the scene, like your energy, your dirty talk, whatever it is, like the eye contact, that is what sets you apart, I think. Like, yeah, I could be hotter. I could have the big tits. I could have the big lips. I could have like this perfect, beautiful body. But if I'm not a good performer, I could still be unhappy at the end of the day. Like, I get all this work done and I'm like, fuck, I still don't like myself. Like, it's something deeper than like physical to me, I guess. And when I see people comment, it's like, well, what are they going through? Like, they must be...
I mean, you put yourself
shitty.
out there, so you're gonna get the good and the bad.
Yeah, and like the good is overwhelming. The bad is like 2%, 3% of people.
Why haven't you gotten the breast implants or something like that? If you feel like that's because that's normal.
It is. So many people get their boobs done. I have a large fear of going under the knife.
Oh, okay.
I don't like getting surgery.
I get it.
I kind of get anesthesia sickness, whatever it's called.
Right.
And I also just have this fear of hating them. Like, I'm going to get my boobs done and then I'm going to fucking hate them even more than I already do right now. And my boobs aren't bad. Like, yeah, they were bigger and now they're smaller, so they're a little bit.
What do you mean they were bigger? How did they get smaller?
I lost a lot of weight.
Okay.
When I started on Tumblr,
You were a big girl?
I was a little chubby girl.
Get the out of here.
Yeah, I was a little chubby girl.
What's chubby?
Like 187,
Ooh.
190. Yeah, I had some tatas.
Ran in your family?
No, I was on some fucking whack medication that like made me blow
like thyroid
up.
shit or something?
It was some, whole teen angst thing.
I get it.
Like, I'm depressed, I'm anxious as a teen. My mom didn't know what to do, so she put me on medication to try and help me. But it just made me like, and when I was 18, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I started smoking weed, and I'm like, weed makes me feel like it's medicinal. Yeah, as soon as I stopped the medication, my weight just kind of fell off. I started exercising more. I started intermittent fasting and like being more conscious of what I was eating and like why I was eating. Like you're feeding your body. You're not just eating for pleasure. It's consumption to stay alive, to feed yourself, to give yourself nutrients. Like, yeah, it's fun to eat like ice cream and pizza and have fun in moderation, but that's all I was doing. And then the medication too. So, but once I got off of it, it was like.
What's your best asset on your body to you?
To me, I would say my legs. I guess I like my face. Okay. My face isn't bad. I prefer this side of my face. So this is kind of.
I don't understand. Isn't it the same on both sides?
I stare at myself all day, every day. Like if I'm camming or if I'm, looking at my scenes. Like I critique myself way too much.
It's so funny you say that because every time I take pictures with the guests, I always ask them what's their good side.
Oh yeah.
So I guess I know what your good side is now.
Right. It doesn't matter. It's just like a stupid thing that I'm, It
is what it is.
It is what it is.
Becoming a sex worker at 18 is too young.
Is that a true or false?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to the moment of truth, but becoming a sex worker of 18, is that too young? I'm asking you.
I would okay, it depends on the situation because everyone is different. I would say majority no, because
18 is not too young.
Oh, no. Majority
18 is too young.
I would say yes, it is too young. Because looking back, I was just online at 18. I wasn't like full on porn, like shooting porn every day. Like that at 18, I think is, I don't know. It's like I've seen girls that are like, I graduated high school last week and now I'm in porn. Like, whoa. It's just weird to me. Like, you're a baby. Like, you just turned 18.
Right.
Like, I wish I would have waited until I was at least 21 to start. Because I was 20 when I started.
I say 20 older. Really, 21. Yeah.
I wish I would have waited because...
You know more and you're just more prepared for the world.
Yes, exactly.
How's an 18-year-old walk in a room with grown-ass men? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of problems happen. It's like when I was 18, I would have not been able to speak up for myself at all. Like, it was a total pushover. And now that I'm 24, now I'm like, okay, that's not okay.
You've had male figures in your life growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am one of 4. I have 3 brothers.
Okay.
My mom wasn't really, she worked a lot more than my dad did. So I just kind of had a predominantly male influence in my life.
What did your brothers have to say?
They're so protective. One brother,
But you're an adult.
I know. So 2 older brothers, 1 younger brother.
Okay.
The one that's directly older than me, second. I'm 3.
Right.
He at first was like, don't want to associate with you. Sorry.
He cut you off.
Cutting me. Yeah. For like a year and a half. He was just not about it. But now he's like married and has a little kid. And he's like, I think he's realized family is really important. It doesn't matter what. Because my mom and my dad and my 2 other brothers are totally fine with it. Like my little brother's in the Navy and all like apparently his entire ship like knows. And Davis is like, just be safe. Just be safe. Yeah, but it's my mom and my dad are of course they're like, have you ever thought about going back? You should go to college and just see, just get your general ed degree or just go to community college and see what you think. And I think that's great. It's nice to keep my options open, but I really don't see myself doing anything else. Like, yeah.
What does Laney Gray want to be able to say when it's all over?
When it's all over, that I have no regrets and that I had a good time.
No regrets?
Mm-hmm.
About none of it? If you go back to Hands of Time, you do it all over again?
Yeah.
Seriously?
I think so.
Okay.
I think everything happens for a reason. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm sure there would be things like...
Everything happens for a reason because of things that occurred.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Like, yes, there are things that I've said and done that I've regretted.
That's everybody.
Yeah. But I like to think that time only exists in the now. Like, the future doesn't exist.
Right.
The past doesn't exist. Time is only ever in the present, in right now. Like, the past, it doesn't exist anymore. Like, fuck it. No one's going to remember it.
It don't make no sense to worry about something you can't change. It's
exactly.
already done. I get it.
Already
and
done.
that's the great mentality to have, but it's hard because you still...
Yes, it is hard. And sometimes I get like that where I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Or why did I fucking say that? That was so stupid or whatever, insensitive, whatever.
They say the game is to be sold, not told. So meaning you have to, the game, you have to go through it to learn it and move forward. If you could have a constructive conversation with one person, dead or alive, over dinner, who would that be and why?
A constructive conversation.
Constructive, productive, enlightening.
I would say Alan Watts.
Alan Watts, okay.
Or Terrence McKenna.
Okay.
Yeah. Both people are... I would listen to Alan Watts every night when I go to sleep. I don't know if you know who he is.
I know. I definitely know the name. Yes.
He just has expanded my mind in ways that I don't know. Just the way that he compares life to things, it makes you think what am I tripping about? What the fuck?
It's also it's a lot more easier to look at life a certain way when you have other sides of the game fulfilled.
Yes.
So meaning, okay, I can look at the qualities in a person when my money's good and I can just deal with you as a person because I'm straight over here. So I ain't got to worry about that. But when you're in need of money or you're in need of these resources to get it done, you're not really concerned with the overall picture. You're more concerned with, you know what I mean? So I think it's easier for a motivational speaker or whoever to speak about such and such and such when they already got that part of life secured. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a what's it called? The pyramid.
Yes,
where you need your basic needs filled before. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're here.
Yeah.
We're here on that.
We're on that level together.
I got my phone charging, so there was questions. Not for you particular, but it was just one of them was is waxing a requirement?
Oh fuck no. I think that my bush, because I
you keep a bush?
I love my bush.
Okay.
It makes me feel like a woman.
Above the vagina, or
yes,
okay,
I shave my lips and my butt, kind of like a Riley Reid bush. I love that about her.
Okay.
But I've seen girls that they come to set with a full bush, their lips and their asshole is hairy. I don't think it's preferred. I think that they would want you to come to set clean shaven, at least armpits and lips and butt, because it does interfere with being able to see it, I guess. I don't fucking know why, but it's not required. Girls have all different kinds of shapes and landing strips and heart shapes, squares, rectangles. You can really do what you want, I guess. Yeah.
I remember what I was going to ask you now.
I knew you would. Oh, shit.
dude said to me, when you're with the adult entertainment world and people are when you guys are wait, hold on, let me rephrase it. I want to say exactly what he said. He was saying,
Do you mind if I hit this?
of course.
Yeah?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, you're great. You straight.
Cool.
Yeah, you good.
I didn't want to just
Give
be
me
like,
God, I lost it because we were talking about so many things, and now
yeah, the guy.
no, but it was something he said that it hit me that made me want to touch on it with you. But God, I went blank again because it's not your fault. It's my fault. But anyhow.
Fuck. Damn it.
Moment of truth. We're gonna start that. Moment of
Okay,
truth is when I
moment of
state things and what I say is true, you say true. If what I state is true.
Okay.
If it's false, you say false, and then you can elaborate on why it's false. And if something you don't want to answer, you can say pass.
Okay.
Right.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Because you prefer circumcised penis.
You're coming in with the hard questions. That's I guess
You like both?
false. I like uncircumcised dick a
because
lot.
it feels better for you.
It does in a way. It does.
Okay.
I can tell, like, there's less friction in a good way. Like, you can almost feel the foreskin staying still inside of you while the dick moves back and forth. It just feels like good. It's like an extra sensation. I don't know. But also, circumcised dick feels great. Great. Perfect.
You enjoy
Love it.
rimming men.
Enjoy it?
No, so it's
False.
false.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll do it, but I like to pleasure people, so, you know.
Favorite spot for the money shot is your body on the...
Is on
Favorite spot for the money shot is your stomach.
False.
Face.
Yeah.
We swallow?
I love, okay, it depends. Some guys, I'm like, give me your cum, I'll eat it all day. I love it. When it's some guys, I can tell, like, if you smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol a lot, or, like, eat fast food, like, your diet's not, it affects the taste of your cum and the texture of it. And sometimes you just have to really, like, play it up for the camera, and then I sometimes have to take it like a shot because it's, like, not that good. But I do like cream pies, too. Cream pies are really great. They're fun.
You've had to take a week off for your vagina to recover from so much pounding.
Very much true. Yes.
It was it the way that the performance went from the performer, or was it the size of the penis? What made you have to, like,
so
check out?
Okay, you know how, like, there's hair on the penis, right?
Hair on the penis?
Hair, like, you know when the balls meet the dick.
Okay, I got you.
Like,
the connection there.
Like,
Okay, I got you.
there's hair, you know.
Right,
you got
right. Oh, you're
your
talking
ball
about the
fro.
top. Okay, got you.
And if you shave that, and it's stubbly, sometimes
Stubbly.
even on the top, you know,
all right.
like on your face.
Okay, I got you.
It's like razor sharp.
Okay.
And some guys, they let it grow in a little bit around their dick, and it's even like it grows up onto your shaft a little bit. And if it's like it was just at that perfect length where the pounding, the scene was supposed to be very intense, very passionate.
Okay.
So I didn't want to. I should have cut for lube. This is my bad.
Oh, you were drying up.
It was just like it felt like sandpaper, just because of like the stubble on his dick was just rubbing me in that perfect spot where, like, I literally felt like I was on fire, like torn up, like little mini cuts all inside of me from the friction of his hair rubbing me raw. And I was like swollen. I had to ice my pussy and like cancel like 2-3 scenes. It was a fucking nightmare. I felt so bad.
Wow.
Yeah. It was.
That's a new one. I ain't heard that.
Yeah. It happens a lot. Like, some guys just have really thick hair, and it's like I've had to ask a guy before, like, hey, I'm really sorry, but your dick is like really stubbly and it just kind of hurts. And he's like, yeah, I can shave. It's totally fine. And when they shave it, it's like, it's gone. It's totally fine. It's really weird. And it's like doggy, I feel like, does it to me the most.
Doggy style?
Yeah, because the balls like slap against the pussy, and then if it's stubbly, it's like, it fucking hurts. I don't want stubbly balls.
I hear you.
Either grow it out or just shave it off. Do you mind if I get a little refill?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
Course.
It's very delicious wine. Thank you so much.
We got it at the store. We got about 3 more bottles in there for tomorrow. Too,
That's perfect. Thank you.
You've experienced a situation so awkward on set, it took you a while to speak on it to somebody.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
You recall what that situation was?
Yes, I do.
You want to speak on that set, or
I could. Yeah, I'm not
I mean,
gonna say
go ahead.
names. I was on
No,
set. It was this whole freaking thing. Like, I flew out to Vegas the night before. I'd stayed in the shoot house. I was already out of the next day. Already hair, makeup ready. We were shooting scene. The male talent had something on his penis. It was like I didn't know if it was a wart or herpes, or it looked almost like dark purple, like cancerous. It was really weird. I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So I had to call the scene. I was like, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I will not work with you with this on your penis. I don't know what it is.
Did you find out what it was?
Well, so I asked him, I was like, okay, cut for a second. Do you mind telling me what's that on your penis? I don't want to be rude, because I could feel it in my mouth. Like, I could feel like it was hard.
On the actual penis?
Yes, like on his head. Like on the
I
side
don't
of
blame
his
you.
head.
You ain't wrong for that.
Yeah, right.
No.
Thank you. I appreciate
Sucking
that.
that penis? Hell no, I ain't
Yeah,
sucking no
like,
penis.
it was
Ain't-
really
I ain't
weird.
licking no vagina with no goddamn crazy shit on it. Go ahead.
It was weird. It was weird. And so
It wasn't weird. It was cautious.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I
Right.
got you. You're not wrong at all.
Thank you. I just asked him. I was like, what is that? And he got really weird. Like,
I wouldn't give a damn. We can cancel this shit right now.
Right.
I'm protecting my life.
yeah, I'm like, I have my man at home. I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't want to
straight.
give
I'm
it to
not
him.
gonna-
like,
I'm not.
I don't fucking know. And
You're not wrong.
thank you. Thank you.
You're not wrong.
But it was just, yeah. And he made me like Uber to the airport. He like
He can maybe do whatever. I would have left there with my conscience free. I don't give a.
You
hear me?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry. I already put it in my mouth. I'm like, fuck. I could rinse my mouth out. Like, yeah.
And even then, you had to be worried.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
you already did that.
I would never subject anyone else. Like, I don't get why. Like, you have something on your dick. Cancel the scene. What the
Exactly. Go get that fixed. I mean, you're not thinking about the other person that has to be involved with you, and you got that.
fuck? Yes,
going
you're
on.
just thinking about your own money. Eh.
During your time as a performer, you notice that the skinnier women handle bigger penis better.
False. I can see why.
Okay.
There are a lot of petite girls that really can take dick. And it's like, good for you, girl. Like, but also, I really think everyone's different. Like, there are some girls that are really tiny that are like, I can't take dick.
You can't take dick?
Well, no, not.
Not
I
that-
mean, I think I
Yeah, you
can.
all right.
I think I can take it okay. You know, I mean, not like fucking monstrous, like giant, but I think I can. I'll bite the pillow, you know, kind of vibe. But yeah, like everyone's different, you know. Some girls are really thick and can't take dick, and some girls can. And I think it depends, like how some girls their cervixes sit
Yeah,
lower,
drop lower,
and
yeah.
yeah, like even on your cycle too, like your cervix changes depending on where you are in your cycle. I guess I don't know.
All right. Laney, great joining us on the Bougie Show. We're gonna wrap it up with these two. What do you say to women contemplating whether or not they want to join the adult film industry? What do you say to them?
I would say to really think about it. Like, don't just do it on a whim. Like, really, because I thought about it for years, and I would say just really, really think about it, and also don't be afraid to say no. Like, I feel like a lot of new girls or people that are contemplating getting in, I think you should start with your own content and like kind of figure out what you like to shoot and what your like fans, like as you start gathering people that are supporting you, what they like to see from you, what you enjoy to shoot. Like, if you're more kinky, like maybe explore the more kinky side, and if you're not, then, you know, maybe do a little more vanilla. I don't know, I would just say, like, yeah, don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to take control, I guess, and like make the change. I don't know, like, yeah, just fucking trust yourself. You're a bad bitch. You
Right.
can do what you want with your life. It's your fucking life. Don't listen to anybody else. If someone's telling you that you shouldn't do it, fuck them. Listen to your own gut and be like, hey, is this something that I can really see myself doing and enjoying?
And if so, then fucking move to LA, Vegas, or Miami and get in contact with an agent. It's that easy.
Before we go, can you let the camera know, the audience know something rare about you or something we would never guess or something just,
I can gleek.
You can gleek? I know the word gleek, but can you just...
Let's see if I can do it. I don't know if I can. I don't want to like gleek on your shit.
Yeah, you're all right. Go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
I trust you.
Oh.
You are...
I squirted.
That's what... I'll take that. It was worth it. You could have spit all
I'm
over.
sorry.
Hey,
Let me get my bit off.
we can have a... No, you're all right. We toasted that.
Thank you.
I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Way to end it. The floor is yours. You want to let them know anything before we get out of here about you or where they can check you out, whatever. The floor is yours.
I love you guys. Thanks for sticking with me and supporting me. I wouldn't be here without you guys supporting me. I'm on Twitter at Laney, LANEY_GREYX3. And I'm on Instagram at LIL_LaneyGrayXO. And then my OnlyFans is onlyfans.com/Miss MISS Gray 420. And thank you for being here. And thank you.
Lady Gray joining us. Lady Gray joining us on the Bougie Show. Thank you so much. Great interview.
Thank you.
I didn't.
Thanks for having me.
This was a different vibe.
Yeah, it was fun.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys.
No, I appreciate you. We just rocked. We rocked out.
Hell yeah.
It was definitely Lady Gray in the building. We are checking out. It's the Bougie Show. Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah, that was fun.